and welcome to Hot Girl Perspective, your go-to glow up podcast. I'm your host Valena, here to help you become the best, hottest, most confident version of yourself. We are finally on the first episode. I am so excited to start this off in 2025 because this was actually supposed to happen last year, but better late than never. This is definitely a new journey for me as well, and I am excited to make new besties and have this girl group and talk about things that are girly and self-development and mindset and related to law of attraction, all the things that you and I both like. And I think it's going to be such a fun journey, and I'm so happy that you have decided to join me on it. I thought that since 2025 has just begun, and I am pretty sure that all of us want this to be our best year yet, I am honestly, personally, really feeling self-love and internal growth vibes and, more financial and work growth. Like the entire year is focused on yourself. The entire year is about the girls. It's about your mental well-being. It's about being at your best health. And it's about really going in with everything that you like and are passionate about. So I thought that the first episode would be perfect if it was about hot girl habits for 2025. We all want to be the healthiest, confident, happy, and beautiful version of ourselves this year, and that comes with habits because your habits make your life and that's how you live every day. So here are some hot girl habits that I have been following for a few weeks, and I definitely want to bring them into 2025 as a consistent part of my day. And trust me on this, the ones that I stuck to last year or the past few weeks have made me feel so good. I feel so good about myself. I can genuinely see an improvement in my energy and my productivity and how I see life and my thoughts. So honestly, just at least try to add some of them into your routine, if not all of them at once, but they definitely work. So don't skip out on them. You can also just tweak them a little bit and maybe make a new habit out of them, a little personalized habit just for yourself that you know would make you happier or would be better for you. These habits are the reason why I have felt more confident in myself. These are the habits because of which I feel happier and more self-love. And this year, there are going to be no excuses. 2025 is about taking the steps in the right direction. 2025 is about actually doing the things that you have been saying that you will do or want to do, but haven't come to them yet. This is when we do it. All of us. So you're not alone, and every girl's energy together is going to make it even better. Okay, here we go. So my top suggestion is Pilates. I know that a lot of us have already been a Pilates princess in the last year, or we want to have that Pilates princess lifestyle aesthetic this year. It's not just about how it looks, but it does truly make you feel like a princess because you're in your cute outfits, you are looking cute, there are other girls around you who also look cute, and it just adds to the vibe. And what I love most is that it's not a heavy or like daunting workout. Like it definitely tones your body. I have been living in my dream body since the past few months because I got regular with Pilates, and I have tried working out in the gym before, but I couldn't continue past I think 12 days. And it's just because that wasn't for me. I believe that it's not that you don't like working out. I believe that you haven't found your workout yet. And Pilates is that for me, and I'm sure it will be for a lot of girls because for most of us, we want to look good, we want to feel good without pressure. And the fact that it's mostly all girls in every single Pilates studio makes it such a girl world, Barbie world kind of a thing. And another thing I love about it is the fact that it's so motivating and inspirational to go and see that every age group or every aesthetic of a girl is present there, and they're all there to just show up for themselves and to work for themselves. They're not doing it for anybody else. They're not doing it because, somebody's forcing them to, and they're not regular because it's an expectation, but they're there because they like that lifestyle or aesthetic and they like how healthy and strong it makes them feel, and they show up every single day. Like in my Pilates studio, when I go and I see all of these women of all of these different age groups, I'm just so inspired every single time because I look at them and I'm like, wow, she showed up for herself, and I'm doing that for myself too because I'm here and I'm seeing this. And then I feel proud of myself. And the entire energy of everybody just being there for every other girl is so loving and welcoming. And what I love about my class is that I don't know if this happens in every studio, but at the end of every Pilates class, everybody claps, and it's just like all the princesses showing appreciation to all the other princesses. And I think finding your workout that makes you happy, that makes you feel healthy, that you don't want to miss out on, that you show up for every single day without questioning is a definite need in 2025. So Pilates, if you haven't tried it out yet, go try it out. I am almost 80% sure that if you're a girl, you're gonna love it. And if not that, then just try out some new workout. And if you feel like you haven't found your consistent go-to option for physical exercise, because when you try new things is how you're gonna find out what actually your body loves. I went to the gym and I lift more weights than I ever have in my life. And I did more circuits or whatever I had to do in those 12 days. I did not lose any weight. I did not see any signs of my body being toned whatsoever. And I remember doing at-home mat Pilates during the COVID lockdowns, and I would see like a bit of toning on my body literally within 2 days, because it's definitely not about the workout. It's not about how often you're working out or how heavy the weight you lift is, but it's about what your body actually wants and likes, because that's what it will respond to the best. The second habit for 2025 is to dress up like your future self, which I'm doing right now. Not just because I'm recording a podcast, but even otherwise, I've been getting up and I've been putting on a cute outfit. Even if it's loungewear, it's cute. I put on some jewelry, I put on a lip oil, I use my body mist or some kind of a fragrance, and just showing up how my future self would. I'm sure you also have just a picture of yourself from the future in your head, that she looks like this, or she acts like this, or her day starts like this. It's not gonna happen unless you take one step. Like, it's not gonna magically happen. You have to do it because you are her. So one very basic and I think low effort thing that you can do to get one step closer to her is to at least dress up like her. And if you don't have the exact wardrobe that you believe that your future self would have, then just do what is the closest to it. Try whatever's possible with whatever you have and show up like that. It changes your energy, it boosts your inspiration and motivation to get there even more, and it definitely makes you feel good. Even though it's talked about a lot, I still believe that dressing up or fashion is very, very underrated. Like, even at that level, I think it's underrated because the changes that it has brought about for me in my energy, and then because of that energy, the things that I've been able to do to get closer to my goals and achieve them is amazing. The third habit I want you to build up in this year is to try new things. Make it a habit for yourself, make it a common thing for yourself to say yes to new things and to try out things you've never ever done before. I think it's the best ways to make memories, the do it for the plot thing. I highly live by it now. I never used to. It adds new experiences to your life. You have new stories to tell. You gain confidence, most of all. And I think that we're here in this life to experience things, and you can't just go by living the same day every single day. And you don't even have to necessarily do things that are highly uncomfortable for you or something drastic. You can start small. It can be things that you have wanted to do but haven't done yet, instead of it something being like completely out of your comfort zone and something you don't even know if you like. For example, I knew I like baking. Never baked in my life before, but I just know that I like it. I like the cute molds and I like the icing and this and that, so I'll go try and that. So I booked myself up with 2 classes for baking cupcakes, and that's something new that I did. I tried out a spin class. I know I've never done it before. I know I'll probably like it, so why not? So it doesn't have to be something that makes you feel extremely pressured or scared or anxious. Could be things that you already like, but you haven't done them yet. Once you get used to them and once you've done this a couple of times, then it's going to be easier for you to step out a bit more out of your comfort zone and then go for those drastic things. For example, maybe trying surfing. I don't know how to swim, so I can't do that. But whatever you want to do, just try putting yourself in situations that you haven't been in before. Make sure they're safe though. And I think there's just something so satisfying about saying, I've tried that or I've done that when, a topic comes up. I find people who are able to say yes to things so cool, and I admire them so much because wow, like they're all living this fun life. We have a lot of opportunities, but there are a few people who have allowed themselves to explore those opportunities, and then there are some who just stay where they are. There's nothing wrong with it, but time to time, just try and do new things. Maybe do one new thing every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks. The next habit is to use your love languages to manifest what you want. This is a habit because it's going to happen when you do it consistently, right? It's not that you can manifest things into your life when you sit once for 2 hours and then it's just there. It doesn't work like that. I'd heard this on some other podcast, I think. I don't remember where, but how it went was, I'm sure you know your love languages. If not, you can just search up on Google and look for what are your love languages, find your top 3 maybe. And once you have them, you're going to use it to manifest whatever you've been wanting recently. For example, one of my top love languages is words of affirmation. I have noticed and I could relate that affirmations and saying them out loud maybe twice a day works super well for me. I have written down like such specific and stupid things in my manifesting journal, and I used to say those affirmations out twice a day, full well knowing that there's a high chance that this isn't gonna happen, but I just do it anyway because I was like, let me just say it. And this is consistently, I think 2 to 3 years in a row, and that's how I know that that's definitely my thing. When I used to sit at the end of the year and see what came true, I'd be shocked that this stupid thing or this weird thing or this highly specific thing that I said should happen did happen when all the signs around me said that it won't. So that's one thing. If your love language is physical touch, and the easiest and most common example I can give you is, let's say you want your dream car and your love language is physical touch, then the best thing for you to do instead of writing down an affirmation for the car would be to go to the dealership, sit in the car and see how it feels, what the texture is like and how it feels on your back when you sit down on the seat and things like that. So use your love languages to manifest this year. Habit number 5 is to go out. Just go out and spend some time in nature. I think reconnecting with the grass or just being at the beach or feeling the sunlight on your body and seeing how your skin shines can make you feel so connected and at peace with yourself and the universe. All those times when our moms used to tell us to go out and just be outside to make ourselves happy is definitely true, because I have been trying to go out a lot this year. I just step out, I just keep roaming about, and I've noticed that it does make me so much happier. I feel so much more energized. I'm so much more happier. My face glows and I'm just happy. I just look at the sky and I'm just happy. So another habit you should cultivate is to step outside, whether it's for a hot girl walk, whether it's for your coffee run, whether it's, maybe you have to get something from Sephora. Instead of ordering online, just go out. The next habit for 2025 is to check in with yourself weekly. Instead of setting goals or setting rituals or setting habits, maybe in the first or second month of the year, and then forgetting about everything the rest of the year and directly checking in December. Instead of that, make it a habit to check in with yourself every single week. Not just about your goals, but also about how do you feel? Where do you stand with yourself? And how can you make yourself feel more fulfilled, more happy, more at peace, and just feel good about life? Because life is now, and you have to be the one who makes yourself a priority and makes sure that you feel okay. And that's how you're gonna stay high vibed. The last habit that I really encourage you to try is tapping. EFT tapping is emotional freedom technique, and it's a scientific technique to tap on certain points of your body to rewire your brain. I have tried it last year and it definitely works. I have done it before as well, but then I left it. I wasn't regular, and then I found new people talking about it and I got re-inspired to try it again, and I did. And it's just so interesting. If you want to know more about this, I can definitely do a different episode on it, so let me know if you want that. But there's just so many cool things in it. Overall, to tell you is that you tap on certain points of your body, like in between your eyebrows or the temples of your head and on your collarbone, and there are a few more points, and you do that while saying things that you want your brain to be rewired to. We all have a life that we all have thoughts and patterns that we have because of what we learned and went through during our childhood, good or bad. And a lot of those thoughts were not our choice, right? We just learn whatever we see around us. So tapping is a way to basically redo those thoughts, like delete the ones that you don't really want and fill in your brain with the new thoughts that you now choose as an adult who can think and prioritize and figure out what's good or bad for them. I have done this in the most needing and wanting times of my life, and the way I have seen growth in myself and my thoughts is unbelievable. And I definitely love to talk more about this, but not in this episode because that's not what you're here for. But anyway, these are all the habits that I'm bringing into 2025 or trying in 2025, and I'm sure you're gonna love them too. Just to recap, one was Pilates. Second is to dress up like your future self, trying new things every single week or whatever timeline works for you, using love languages to manifest what you want, going outside and spending time in nature, weekly check-ins with yourself to stay high vibed, and EFT tapping. That is all for today. I am so grateful that this episode is finally up and you are here for this. If you liked this video and want to see more content and want to be with me and the other girls on this journey of self-growth and self-love in 2025, please follow the podcast, or you can subscribe on YouTube to have the video version. And once you've given the podcast a follow, you can also head over to Instagram to directly talk to me, drop in your suggestions, or just stay updated about anything that's happening at Hot Girl Perspective. I can't wait to talk to you next week.